Good afternoon, good evening and good morning. Welcome everyone to our YouTube channel and the return of live streams. It's great to be back and have you with us here today. My name is Chris Stott. You'll notice we've had a lick of paint on the channel since our previous live stream. So the channel has now been fully rebranded to the Automotive Transformation Group, which completes our transition into a single company. Delighted to be working with all our ATG colleagues from around the world. I thought it'd be a great way to kick off our new channel with a review of Net Director Salesmaster to wrap up 2022. I've got Howard with me as usual. How are you doing, mate?
I'm doing well. Good afternoon, everyone.
Excellent.
Welcome back.
Yes, indeed. A busy year and some great stuff to recap on today.
Really good year, really interesting. Lots of working together as part of the ATG group, Automotive Transformation Group, and obviously a lot going on from a Salesmaster Net Director perspective as well. So lots to talk about today.
Definitely some exciting things. We thought not only sort of recapping on some of that today, we'd preview what's going to come for next year as we head into 2023. We're going to kick off. There's been a lot of work on omni-channel sales, hasn't there? Obviously, that's a big part of the work.
I think that would absolutely be the best place to start for us today. Really exciting. Looking forward to 2023 and that full omni-channel, two-way directional sales status, obviously between ourselves and Auto-E.
Fantastic. It's just worth, before we get into it, it's worth saying to everybody that this, you'll notice it is actually the new ATG YouTube channel, but it is all of the previous content is still there, so make sure you subscribe if you haven't done already. Existing subscribers will be able to see that, but to gain access, just give us a subscribe. I think we're one away from 300 subscribers, so it'd be great if we could hit that today, and then you'll be able to see all of the tips and tricks and the resources that we've done previously. And there'll be more of that to come as we move into the new year. We've got Seb and the team moderating for us today. So if you log in to Google through Gmail or a YouTube account, you'll be able to put a message to us in the chat. We'll put it on the screen and then we'll be able to answer that, hopefully, or Howard might. And we'll be able to then respond to that and share it with everybody. So, but you do need, I think, to have a Gmail account or a YouTube account to be able to interact with that. So Danielle's with us. Hi, Danielle. Thanks. You can see you're logged in already. Oh, nice. We've got a couple of comments in the chat. So good afternoon. Hello, everybody. Let me just pull that chat off the screen for a second. I am going to try and keep an eye on the messaging as well, but it all looks okay according to Seb, so that's good to hear. Thank you, Seb. Howard, I think without further ado then, it's probably worth starting with you. If you cut back to your screen and move into screen share, then I'll cut to you and we can go on the picture-in-picture. So if you're ready, just shout.
I'm ready.
Fantastic. Okay. Cool. I can see your screen. Okay.
It's been a long time. It's been a long time. I think it was January our last one. So yeah.
I know.
Nice to be back.
It is.
Nice to be
absolutely.
back.
So good. Okay. So where are we? We're on the new Net Director Salesmaster demo account.
We are on a demo account, lots of stock, sort of 7,000 vehicles in here, mixed from new, used, demo, courtesy, trade vehicles, everything you'd expect to see in your Net Director Salesmaster account. This is where we're going to start. And what we're going to do is we're going to look for all the vehicles that we are publishing to the web platform, to my Auto-E. So that's how I'm going to start, and I'm going to just start to do that search now. So I'm going to look for Volkswagen, like so. So then that will just drill down and take me and just look for the Volkswagen vehicles. So we're just going to stay on Volkswagen at the minute. I'm going to look for the ID4s. Something electric, so you can see that it's just navigating and drilling down. Everyone that's familiar with Salesmaster will certainly be able to follow this and understand it. So it's just about token searching, just typing in what you're looking for, and it's just bringing back all those results for me each time. So as I just keep drilling down, as you can see. Now, obviously, I don't want to publish anything online onto my website if for vehicles that are only for vehicles that are available. So I'm just going to look at available vehicles, and you can see it's now it keeps drilling down for me like so. Now, I'm only want to select vehicles to share online that have images as well. And what you'll notice just next to each of the vehicle descriptions here, you can see this little camera icon. That's just to alert you and display to you that the vehicle, those vehicles have those particular vehicles have images on them. So again, I am going to go down a bit further, and I'm just going to look for images, yes. So I just want to see vehicles that have got images, and you can see now I'm down to 39 vehicles. Now, we're going to go down a step further as well, because I'd only want to publish vehicles that had a price on them. So you can see here I've got the majority of my vehicles in my view here. I've got the price on them, but I'm going to use a bit more of a deeper search. So I'm going to go a bit more specific, and I'm going to use Search Builder. So this little spanner icon here. And then what I can do is I can select any of those headers any header to filter within. So I'm just going to look for retail price. You can see that appear there. I'm going to select that. Now I can select a range. So if I was looking at a particular budget for an inquiry, I might want to look for a range, but I'm just looking for vehicles that have got a price associated. So I'm going to say, just show me the vehicles that have got more than £1 on them. So that will then just take me down, and you can see I've now narrowed down to 32, but I'm just going to look for new vehicles in this. So that, again, I've got another nice little helper to be able to select, just looking for the new vehicles. And there I am down to 26 vehicles. And because this is the vehicles that I'm publishing online, what I may want to do at this stage is I may want to save that view. But I'm just going to take mileage out because I'm just looking at new vehicles. So again, I'm going to jump into column chooser, and I'm just going to remove mileage out of there. Now, anyone that's familiar with SalesMaster will know column chooser very well. Those of you who are not, this is where we bring all the information into SalesMaster from, whether it be the factory system, whether it be the DMS, whether it be the third party feeds, everything that's deriving into SalesMaster, we can choose the headers within. So I'm not going to change too much. I'm just going to take mileage out, and you can see I've now got my online or my web vehicles that are being shared. So I'm going to go in, I'm going to save that, and I'm going to create my own label. So I'm going to say maybe just VW ID4 on, let's go online, like so. I'm going to save that, and you can see that it's just created that little tab for me. So I can do a number of actions here. I could log into the system, I could run that report, I could edit it to slightly change it, or I could pin it as a tab. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to pin it as a tab, and all that's doing there is it's just then saving that view for me. So I'm just going to then refresh my screen in the same way, so it will then just take me back to the default like so, and you can now see I've created this little tab on my view. This is just on my view as me being logged into the system. So if I click on there, it will do the run, and it will add any headers in that I've created into there, or removed in this case where I've removed the mileage header in there. But always remember, with these save reports, these are fully dynamic. So as a ID4 becomes available, has images on it, has a retail price more than £1, and it's a new vehicle, it will fall into this list view. So it just dynamically updates all the time. So, obviously if a vehicle is sold, it will come off of that list as well. So I only ever need to create that tab once. So there you go. So Chris, I'm probably going to hand on to you to go online.
Yeah, I think it's good to also just to recap on that. And obviously as part of the Net Director suite, everyone's familiar with SalesMaster being an inventory management tool, and probably separately everyone's familiar about Net Director AutoE from an e-commerce platform. What the teams have been spending a great deal of work on is integrating the two together. So what Howard's demonstrated here is finding a list of vehicles that are ready for publishing, new vehicles in this case, so you can get your new cars that are either on site or coming through in the pipeline as build weeks start to improve, and planning ahead to get those in front of customers and onto the website. So we have built in some criteria at the website AutoE end that filters, so we're looking for vehicles that only have images, for instance, or that only have a price, so which is why Howard's put that criteria in there, so that we can make sure we're hitting the relevant consumer-friendly criteria for the website. So yeah, that's great. Thanks, Howard.
No problem.
On my screen, I've got we've got the split screen here where we can see both of them. But if we just cut to mine for a second, just so it's a bit bigger and easier to see, we've got me and me there. Hang on, let's just cut back away from that.
Two of you.
Yeah, that was a bit scary.
I'll
just get the right thing. There we go. So what we've got now on here is a search. This is a demo environment for AutoE, where we've got, I've done a search already for the Volkswagen ID4 for new vehicles, and that represents the same search criteria as Howard's just shown you on Salesmaster. So here are those 26 vehicles, but available for a customer to see and interact with. So all of the information is coming through from the feeds powered by NetDirect Salesmaster, so we're taking that information from the OEM data, mixing some DMS information, and obviously we've got some images being added to the vehicles as well. But you can see then, you can see all of the 26 in this view, or you could use the search criteria on AutoE to drill down to an appropriate model. I'm just going to pick this one, which shows me then a detailed overview and actually allows me to transact on this vehicle. So I can either reserve it with a £99 deposit, or I can actually buy the vehicle online. So this is a new vehicle powered by NetDirect Salesmaster that I can buy as a customer online. But before I do that, I just wanted to actually give a shout out to some of the AutoE team, because they've been doing some great stuff on this as well, particularly on the EV coverage. So you'll see if I scroll down, there's some really good information about that's EV specific. We've got all the usual kind of features and specification on the vehicle, as you would expect. But we've also now got some enhanced EV tools, like a fuel calculator to demonstrate the savings, or to be able to compare to an alternative vehicle. Information about charging and the chargers that are available. Obviously, tackling some of the range anxiety from new consumers that are looking to move into EVs, and some general charging FAQs. So a lot of information to really promote and guide your customers through the transition into electric. So yeah, just wanted to point that out. We can do another live stream on some of this content separately, but
for sure.
Okay, so what I'll do on this one, I'm just going to do a reservation at this stage, and this demonstrates how you would potentially reserve a car online as a consumer and then conclude and complete that journey in the showroom with a salesperson. So I'm just going to click reserve now. That's going to allow me as a consumer to choose where I want to buy that car from. So I'm just going to put in a postcode, which will then do a geo search to find the nearest dealer. These are obviously all example dealers. So I can bring in the ATG Midlands one here. I'm going to choose that one. I'm going to choose to collect the vehicle rather than have it delivered. Okay, that will now allow me to go into the transaction. And I can then complete that with my information. Spell my name right. Obviously, you have the ability, and what we will do is go into more detail on this on a separate live stream about building up your account area in AutoE, because there's a lot of information to pull that through. Bear with me. And then I'm going to put in my card details. These aren't actually my card details, you'll be pleased to know.
Someone was recording this.
Yes, don't put your card details out on YouTube.
Yeah.
In fact, what I'll do now is I cut back to the split screen so you can see what will happen on Howard's side of Salesmaster as well. So you're now on there, Howard, if you can find that search again.
Yeah, I can go straight back into it. I'm just looking at available vehicles, don't forget.
Yeah.
So I need to take that out. If you've already reserved that vehicle, then, in fact, let's just have a look at the vehicles that... I can't see it going under negotiation yet.
No, it's not gone through yet, mate. It's now saying...
there you go. I've got it.
and it's instantly
there
appeared.
goes.
So there you go.
So
that's a real-time demo of buying or reserving a vehicle online, and it feeding through live into the inventory management system. That's obviously one example that we've done there with a deposit and a reservation. That would work in the same way if we were doing an online transaction to actually buy the vehicle, or indeed a finance application, and we can then decide how those statuses are replicated at the what they do to the sales status on SalesMaster. So this one's set it to under negotiation to say that we're trying to transact on that car. It might be that it went straight to automatically sold because you've paid a deposit on that vehicle, and so on. But it could be that we could map a finance approval through to a different status and so on. So, but yeah, seamless. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, seamless live integration.
There you go.
We've got a couple of the guys on. So Marlon, thank you, and afternoon, and Michael saying integrated e-commerce, love it. Thank you very much, with real-time updates. Absolutely, yeah. I mean, a great big shout out to both teams within the NetDirector SalesMaster and NetDirector Auto E team for making this happen. It's fantastic to be able to see it out there, and please, if you want this functionality available on your site and you need SalesMaster in the inventory management system, then please get in touch with the teams, and we'd love to be talking to you and getting you up and running with some of this technology in the new year. Okay, Howard,
Perfect.
Before we cut, I'm going to just cut back to the cameras for a second, actually. So
okay.
If you want to just do that on yours, that would be great, and then I can go to a split screen probably. I just wanted to, before we move on to any more sort of functionality, recaps, just the power of kind of that we've just demonstrated in terms of how, our customers are. I know a lot of people have been working with us on this journey and are excited about it as sort of a pilot customer and so on, but the impact and the importance of being able to join that e-commerce to the showroom. Just want to say a few words on kind of how that's been received.
Yeah, it's absolutely a huge step. It's a huge step for ATG as a business, really, because this is what it's all about. This is the SalesMaster becomes the tool used within that real-time view within the business to see if a vehicle is available, yes or no. Because you think about the multiple systems that you could use to do that, and you drive that all into one application, and really simple to use application, as I've obviously demonstrated today and in the past. But just keeping that whole the whole dynamics of the sales status in sync on broadcasting is an amazing step forward, and I think there's a lot more to come in 2023 on exactly this subject, and how much more we could do to keep everything in tune.
I know this has been sort of heavily in the development arena for now, and obviously I've been working closely with the product team and engineering to kind of get this stuff working, but we are going to be speaking to some of you, some of our customers and through the account team around this, getting people up and running with this in the new year, and obviously then we'll be making this available to everyone once we've launched it in production with a few of our early adopters. So. The other point is just saying about the functionality in reverse, because obviously we've done a transaction there on the website through e-commerce.
Yes.
But in reverse, we sell a vehicle and mark it as sold on SalesMaster. With that functionality that you've demonstrated through the save views, that instantly comes off the website.
I say I'm just looking at available vehicles, hence why I lost that vehicle straight away, because once you had reserved it, it's no longer an available vehicle, so it's now under negotiation, and that can stay under negotiation and over a period of time that's defined by the account. So that could be 2 hours, that could be 3 hours, whatever period of time, or it could be 24 hours. If someone's reserving something on, a vehicle online, you want to give obviously that grace for that confirmation of a genuine sold vehicle, really.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's having a flag and a clear view of that action has taken place.
Yes, definitely. And with some of the other stock sharing, I know we've covered that previously on some of these live streams, and we'll no doubt go into a bit more detail on that next year, especially with agency and how you can manage kind of all those pools of stock in SalesMaster, and then being able to sort of seamlessly power the website and the showroom with live inventory.
I think, just on that point, I think that's been a large proportion of our work and our product enhancement over the past year really has been around that kind of sharing vehicles wherever, so whether it's online or it's actually through collective net direct to sales master users, absolutely. Sharing stock across multiple channels.
Great.
Sure.
Well, we've had another couple of comments. So, Michael says, great tool for omni-channel sales. Thanks, Michael. Yes, we're really proud and excited about this for 2023. And we've had Annette saying, looking great, guys. Annette, thank you for your comments, being on the other side of the YouTube chat there. So, thanks for joining in, Annette. Right, okay, so back to you then, Howard. I think on your screen share, perhaps cover a few of the other bits that we've done.
I'll bring my screen up in 2 seconds. Want to apologise actually about the colour of my screen. I'm not sure why it's lost that white, but
the colour of your screen. It's
gone a bit grey, so I apologise to everybody. I'll make sure it's fixed.
Yeah, especially when it's side by side. It did look a bit noticeable on that. So. But we'll fix.
Yours was really white.
Yes,
we'll
fix that for next time. Yeah.
Good. I'm pleased.
Right, let's cut back to you then on your screen, and we can see that. So yes, we're back in the demo environment. Over to you.
Yeah, so we've done a lot of work on enhancements. We're forever releasing new work into the platform. So whether that be on the inventory from a vehicle perspective, like we are here, or whether that be on the order processing side, or again stock sharing. But there's some really good tools in the application, and we do obviously have our help and our guided tours that everybody has access to be able to navigate through the platform. But I just wanted to show a bit more of the grouping side, and really around that publishing of vehicles. I had a bit of a demo this morning actually on this app's very subject of just building those workflows for, if you're in SalesMaster, you've got your own SalesMaster account and you just want to see what's going on in the business. I'm going to show you a couple of tricks while we've got a few minutes, just how you can do that.
Okay, sounds good.
So I am going to open up the full box and I'm just going to look. I'm going to go for a different brand this time. So I'm just going to look for the Kias. What I'm going to do here, it's easy to simplify the fact that you can just type in what you're looking for. You've all seen that in SalesMaster or NetDirect SalesMaster, which is really intuitive. But also you can remove information that you want to take out of that for you as well. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to minus the sold vehicles. So I'm going to say minus sold. You can see here I've got some sold vehicles. So as soon as I hit that token, that will just show me all the available vehicles like so you can see that there. I might just go down a bit further. Actually, no, I'll leave the new out for the minute. So we'll just look at, so we've got 280 Kias in this application here. And I'm going to go back into Search Builder. And Search Builder is where I went to filter down. So this is where I went to select, to choose, I only want to see vehicles with more than, with a retail price basically. But just under that, we've also got group results. So this works like a pivot table really. So you can group by many different headers. We have added some more to this over the course of the last sort of 10-11 months. But you can see here I can just select from any of these, and I'm going to go with model name in this example. And as soon as I apply that, you'll see that it's looking at all of those 280 vehicles and now just grouping them into the models. So it's really giving you a clean overview of all your stock that you have available in your application. Now you can continue to drill down here as well. So I've grouped the vehicles, but if I was just looking for all the red vehicles, for instance, I'm just going to select color red. You can see it will just show me all the red ones as well. So the search still works the same whether you're grouping or you're looking at the list view. Like so I can take that back out. Now what I want to know, I'm going to sort this ascending or descending as well, so I can have my most stock sitting at the top like so. But what I really want to see, I want to see how complete my vehicles are to be able to push them online. Now I know the criteria that I'm looking for because we did it with the ID4s, so we know what we're looking for, with an offer price that is available. But in this example, I haven't gone down that far. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in some coverage reports. So I'm going to open up Column Chooser again, and I'm going to go and I'm just going to use my search function, and I'm going to look for coverage. And you can see as I start to type that in, it will just highlight over the top of where coverage exists. Just one sec. So I'm going to bring in cap coverage. I'm going to bring in image coverage. I can bring in offer price coverage, like so. And I might want to bring in video coverage. Now, this is just a demo environment, so I don't necessarily expect to see too much in there, but you can see there is now just built me a really clean dashboard grouping view of all of my vehicles that are in that list view. Now, this is looking at all the Kias that are not sold. Of course, I can drill down a bit further. So if I wanted to look at vehicles that, we're looking for videos and images. So we may say, actually, I only want to see vehicles when I've had them for more than 3 days, 5 days. So I can do exactly the same method using Search Builder, and I can say, actually, just show me the days in stock that are more than 5 days old. So there, and now it's drilled down to those 91 vehicles. So that's really showing me a live report of now of the vehicles I want to get prepped to publish. So I'm going to save that in exactly the same way. So I'm going to say Kia to review. Now I can share that report with anyone else I want to in the business. So I could just select on someone's name. I could select on an entire site. And all I have to do is just click on their name or the site and just save it, and it will push that report out to all of my team members. But for us, we're just going to save it, and again, we're going to pin it as a tab like so. So we can now we've got our default exactly where we all started when we first started, and then you've got your VW ID4s online, and now I've got my Kias to review to get ready for publishing, and you can see that in a really clean manner. And as vehicles I might want to say, actually, just show me they haven't got images. So as you then add images to those vehicles, or cap IDs or offer prices or video content, they will just come off the list. So you're always dynamically refreshing that kind of workflow of report.
That's great. There's a kind of overview, as you say, from a sort of a digital sales manager or a brand director or someone to see a general overview of what state the inventory's in connected to e-commerce, and obviously in the showroom. But of course, but this is all the same real-time data as the other work queues that we create in terms of the actual work to get. There could, instead of being that group by view, there could be just a list of cars that need to have photographs added to them, or and obviously they the integrations we've got with imagery would be an integration with another image service, or whatever, to make that as easy as possible to get your stock right for selling.
It's that whole dynamic view of saying, actually, just show me the vehicles that have got less than 5 images, whatever that criteria you want it to be. Using Search Builder allows you to create those workflows.
And I think just where you've demonstrated there one with days in stock, it's also again worth mentioning. I know this is demo data, so it's probably not in this environment, but being able to do it by looking ahead as well for vehicles that are at a certain build status, or they're due in for delivery in the next quarter and things like that, just so that you can we know that stock is still difficult with some of the supply challenges. We know it's going to be like that probably through the first half of next year, but as things do start to progress and come through and build weeks do get confirmed, you'll be able to use this level of reporting to start getting ahead of the curve and planning what you want to do with the inventory as it lands.
So I'm building that on the. I just built that on the fly for you there. So there you go. Great. You can see. There you go. So I'm just taking the Volkswagen stock, not the sold, new vehicles, and you can see my build week here.
Yeah. Okay, got it.
So you can then say, actually, I just want to see vehicles that I've got a build week that maybe is this month or whatever. Yeah. estimated delivery dates, whatever that case may. Yeah, and you're preset. You're seeing those vehicles before they've even arrived with you. So with a new stock, I know new stock is now reappearing, which is great for everyone. But obviously before that, it was all about actually selling something at a bit of an earlier date or earlier status. And SalesMaster allows you to have full visibility of that and choose what you want to share.
Those shared views, as you demonstrated with the sharing, you can create these views, broadcast it internally with your sales teams, but also now power the website with coming soon, with vehicles that aren't necessarily in stock yet, but promoting vehicles that we know are going to be available in the next quarter or the next month, whatever. So great.
Yep.
Okay. Right, let's go back to the cameras then, and I think then we should probably just have I don't necessarily think there's anything to demonstrate more on this, but just a general kind of recap on some of the new functionality we've done. I know there was a lot of work on the order processing side with FleetBase in 2022. A few words on that.
Yeah, there was a really big change, which was so anyone that's familiar with order processing in SalesMaster, we created a bulk ability, so to select a large volume of vehicles that you want to move into, or add exactly the same information. So rather than going into each individual order, one of the big ones that we did, I think it was probably the summer this year or towards the end of the summer, was the order status of a vehicle, moving that in bulk. So saying all of these vehicles have now, if you imagine you're quoting for, or taking an order for sort of 300 cars, and you have to go into each individual one and move that to awaiting processing or sold. Here now you can just select them all and go in one hit, which has been an amazing
big time
enhancement.
And it is worth mentioning, I suppose, that a fleet sort of order processing is actually quite, some of that functionality has been used not just for fleet but also for retail order processing, because obviously they are very similar processes in terms of efficiently managing stuff through an agency process, or queuing the back orders that need to be fulfilled through the factory ordering system and so on. So lots of tools continue to be built and enhanced through 2022, and we'd love to show you more about that next year. So as with the rest of the Net Director functionality. So, well, I think that probably takes us to the end of today's show, Howard. So thank you very much for that recap.
Thank you.
And I think it's just worth mentioning. It would be great. Remember to subscribe, as I said, to the YouTube channel. But also, if you could perhaps get in touch with anything you'd like to see covered in these shows. Obviously, we're working with the ATG team to try and generate some more content for this channel. We'll continue to provide some tips and tricks and hints on the Net Director SalesMaster product. Obviously, there's some other areas we'd like to get some of the other product directors involved, and some other individuals on these live streams. But please, interact with us. You can always comment on a previous video, or send a message in, or put something on LinkedIn. But just get in touch with the team. That'd be great. And also the best time to be running these shows. We used to do live stream Friday. It was meant to be live stream Friday, but there's another story for that. So it did involve the M25. So sorry about that. But live stream Tuesday doesn't have quite the same ring, I don't think. But no. Let us know when and what you would like covered on this, and we'd love to generate some more content for you. But in the meantime, to wrap up 2022, Howard, thanks again. Wish you a great Christmas, and everybody out there that's watched us today, and if you're watching back, thanks very much for supporting the channel, and we'd love to see you and get involved next year. So have a very good Christmas. We've got some messages coming in saying that too, so
excellent.
Thank you, Chessie, some updates, and have a great Christmas both, and thank you, Louise. Thank you very much. Oh, lots now hitting. Well, I'm not going to put them all on the screen, but thanks. Thank you, everyone. Wish you Merry Christmas, and we look forward to seeing you in 2023. All the best, and bye bye for now. Thank you.